Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flix. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is someone who's going to be recording this episode from aboard a flying pirate ship. It's Megan Hoffmeyer.
That sounds delightful.
How'd you get up there?
We hoisted it on some really fancy, magic? So many genres we could have tackled here with that one. I know it's from Uncharted, but I mean, we could go like the Dumbledore route. We could go...
Wait, they were flying pirate ships?
No, but they have magic. They can make stuff happen.
Oh, and
they have
Stardust.
flying cars.
And Stardust.
Yes.
They are flying cars.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Or we could just, we could go with the Mission Impossible / Uncharted version where there's cables and helicopters and whatnot.
Wildly powerful helicopters.
Just don't be on some crazy experimental drugs at the time that could make you crash into a mountain.
Wait, what's that from?
Spiderhead.
Oh, yeah. Wait, there's a lot of flying accidents this year.
Yeah. There's a lot. You're right. There's a lot of planes. There's all of the stuff in Top Gun.
Oh yeah, and in Fresh. Oh. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, that one too. I remember the plane scene well.
Sebastian Stan chasing around the lady.
Given his position in the movie, I could see him flying a plane.
Yeah, his own plane, because that's how you deliver the stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point.
The fresh goods.
The fresh goods. Oh, when you understand the point of that movie, you just go, "Oh man!" It's just.
I really enjoyed it.
No, I like it too, but it's just fresh.
Yeah.
Like, oh brother.
Fresh.
Yeah, that'd be about if the movie Juice was about vampires selling blood and carrots.
Like True Blood.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, no. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, True Blood. Juice Blood.
Okay.
Starring Alexander Skarsgård. Directed by Robert Eggers.
With, full wolf regalia.
Just selling wolf blood?
And tossing rope at people that then turns into snakes. Or is it the other way around?
Wait, a snake that turns into a rope?
Yeah.
Give me both.
Yeah, it seems like a useful thing.
Yeah.
Out in the wild.
Just pranks on your friends.
Or your enemies.
Or your frenemies.
Yeah, them too.
Just everybody.
Keep your frenemies close.
So, Megan, this is the MFF tradition. We're doing the 2022 mid-year random awards. We've been doing this since 2010, not on the podcast, but on the website. So, before we jump into this, what the random awards are, we hand out random awards. So, there's so many things that don't get celebrated throughout the year. We want to celebrate the weird things. We want to celebrate the tiny moments.
It's not like best movie.
No. It's our favorite moments in
best
awards.
Best actor.
Who is the best actor so far of 2022? I just put you on the spot.
I don't know. I'm going to have to look up some names here because there were quite a few foreign films that I liked. Maybe Rama Rao from RRR.
Ooh, or Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
She is wonderful. She's been a beast for a long time.
What about Patrick Wilson from Moonfall?
I like Moonfall.
He plays the best buff alcoholic since Jason Statham in The Meg.
Since, what was it? What movie? With Alicia Vikander.
Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
She was, Daniel Wu. I'm busy. Yeah, he was a buff drunk too.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently they're all out there. It's a real thing at this point. Can it be a trope now that just is, the buff drunk guy?
Yeah, we should start that. Yeah. TV tropes, buff drunk.
They're real. They exist.
All right, so Megan, before we get into this, tell me your top 5 favorite films of 2022 so far. So not best, your favorite. The 5 that you watched and said, you know what? I really like these 5.
Oh, man, that's tough. I saw the list that you posted on, Instagram, and I just looked at it and went, that's just terrible. You told me to pick 5, and I think you posted 12 or something.
I did, yeah.
Okay, so the ones I'm going to go with so far in 2022 are RRR, Rise, Revolt, I don't remember the last word. There were 3 words. They're all R. Makes sense.
RRR.
Kimi. The Northman.
Mm-hmm.
Ambulance.
So good.
I couldn't pick a last one because there's so many that I just love that I decided to go with Top Gun Maverick because it's so satisfying on many levels. And you know what? Good for them. It made $1 billion.
It's his first $1 billion film, Tom Cruise, and it's a blockbuster that everyone loves. They made a smart decision by having an unnamed country being the villain. Everyone's likable.
Oh, yeah. People talk. I mean, at work, people still talk about that.
They had over 800 hours of footage. The pilots went up there and just filmed themselves.
Really?
Yeah. And they set up all the lights and did everything.
That's
they had
interesting.
800 hours of footage for that movie.
What were they filming with? GoPros, or were they just mounted cameras?
Technology that is far beyond our comprehension. Tom Cruise is from the nether realm.
Kaczynski.
Yeah, Kaczynski knows how to shoot. All right, so my 5, we're really close, Megan, but I'm gonna say Hustle.
Okay.
Because I almost cried 3 times during that movie.
Aw.
I mean, I watch American Ninja Warrior and I cry almost every round now.
You know, that movie was very surprising. I think you put it on like a Friday afternoon, and I wasn't expecting anything. I went, is that a new Adam Sandler movie? And it was just such a touching movie.
So good. I mean, it's way better than Air Up There, starring Kevin Bacon. He's a scout as well.
Okay.
But Queen Latifah, Adam Sandler, oh, it's perfect. All right, so then I'll say 2, Moonfall.
Okay.
Because we watched Moonfall together, and it just hit my wavelength. It combined with me. It absorbed my essence.
It hit your gravity wave length.
Yes, it's bonkers, and people are like, I hate this movie, but I adore it, and it makes me so happy.
I think we ended that movie with huge smiles on our faces.
Huge. It's still on my face. I'll say everything.
It just hasn't left.
I look like the Joker. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is 3. Kimi, like you, number 4.
Kimmy.
Zoe Kravitz is having a year.
Yeah, she is.
And Channing Tatum. They're together, and they're crushing it.
True.
He had Dog and Lost City. Nailing it. Mm-hmm. And then I would say RRR has to be in my top 5. But also, I just want to say that The Northman, The Lost City, Top Gun Maverick, Ambulance, and Montana Story are hanging around there.
Yeah, that was a tough one to leave off, Montana Story. But I figured I'd pick a big mainstream one since I didn't have really any other ones on my list. But yeah.
I mean, it's just so good. And Ambulance, we watched it for a second time the other night. And we paused it to do something, and we just were like, it's 45 minutes in already, and it felt like 4. It's a propulsive.
Yeah, it leaves you breathless.
Too many drone shots.
A lot. They're a lot. They go down the building. They swoop around. They are drones inside of buildings.
I feel like I should get a drone to go to a drive-in to film it and then watch it.
Yeah.
Watch a drone filmed version of it at a drive-in.
But there has to be a drone shot coming from about 5 or 20 stories up, swooping down really fast and then going over.
Just everywhere. But it's a beautiful movie.
Much like the jets in Top Gun.
So I wonder if the...
if the jets could film a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, I was in a weird... Yeah, that's what I was going to go. And also, before we get on with our awards, we love Cyrano, and we awarded it last year. I had a huge push for it last year, but I'm going to give it the Best Musical Moment award for 2022, and that's the Someone to Say performance.
Oh, I love it so much.
It's so good.
You sing it to the baby.
I do.
I listen to the soundtrack at work on Spotify all the time.
Oh, it's just so good. And then the dancing, the ballet.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, it's very much the National when you sort of listen to the lyrics, but wow.
For someone to say. Oh, yeah. So
it gets you. It really gets you.
All right, so Megan, kick us off. Give us our first award here.
Oh, gosh. This is stressful. So I gave you a list, which are all in the post. I don't know how many were on there.
You can go to Movies, Films, and Flix, and you can check out the post, by the way. You'll love it. It'll change your life.
So the first one, let's just get the elephant out of the room. I'm going to go with RRR. I have 2 awards for it. Ooh. One of my most favorite movies ever. It is a 3-hour, 3 or 3.5?
3.
3-hour epic.
Epic.
Oh my gosh.
OMG.
Out of India. It's all, subtitled, whatever. You expect that. And just, wow. Oh my gosh. The story, I don't want to call it a bromance. The friendship, which is my other award. Best, most epic friendship since Barb and Star.
Oh, yeah.
Award. So these guys, I mean, the songs, and yes, there are songs, are used to sort of narrate a little bit of the themes that are going on and a little bit of what's going on. Just overarching stuff, not, they're not singing about walking around or whatnot like other movies or musicals. But these guys are such good friends in this, and it's you love their friendship, and they're so earnest and happy in their friendship, and it's a great movie.
They're best friends.
There's an awesome dance number in which they show off their moves and show up the colonials.
Oh, I can't think of a movie that made me happier this year. And also, Aaron Newworth of the Out Now with Aaron and Abe podcast He gave it the best use of ground pound as a survival signal. He also did best usage of a flag.
Yeah.
He said best drum solo, best musical torture scene, best rock fight, and best tiger throw. So he gave all those awards as well. So RRR was very represented in the MFF movie awards, random movie awards.
I love that in this movie, physics does not apply to things, and that's totally fine. That's just the world that they're in. Beam is so strong that he throws chains around marble, concrete, whatever they're made of, pillars, and is able to yank them and throw them and stuff. He throws tigers. He catches a tiger that's chained, and he holds onto the chains and pulls them together while the tiger is fighting. I mean, this guy is incredibly strong. He throws a motorcycle at one point.
And then Rom destroys about 7,000 people, and they all limp away from him.
So good.
Beautiful. I'm glad that was our first award. We had to do it, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so our first award.
Go watch it.
And then watch it again.
Yeah, and then, find 3 hours out of every day and watch it daily.
You could do it. Now, I guess my first award... This is going to be a really random one, Megan, but you know how I feel about motorcycle...
It is the random awards.
You know how I feel about motorcycle henchmen. So
yes.
I'm going to say best excuse to never be a motorcycle henchman award, and that's in The Lost City.
Oh, yeah.
Because, so there's a moment where Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock are on an island. They're stranded. They're lost. They're trying to be used by Daniel Radcliffe to find a treasure. They escape. Sandra Bullock's in a purple sequined onesie. Channing Tatum is with her. He's the model for her romance novels. But they're being chased by these motorcyclists. And Channing Tatum sets up this plan where she rips off the sleeves and her legs of her onesie and ties them to a stick. And this motorcycle henchman goes for the bait. He goes for it, drives over the thing, and then he hits his other motorcycle henchman, and then they fall off a cliff and just die horrible deaths. But it's kind of funny because you never want to be a motorcycle henchman, one. Two, Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum just realized what they did. Like, we just killed two people. Like, But then they were trying to say it was his fault. He was by the cliff.
They excuse it away. Like, you don't drive that close to the edge.
Yeah. Don't do bad things on motorcycles.
Right.
Don't ever do bad things on bikes. But you watch John Wick, you watch The Villainess, you watch Mission Impossible. Motorcycle henchmen always die. So just don't be a motorcycle henchman. Ever.
This moment happened, and I looked over at you because you're always talking about motorcycle henchmen, and it was meant for you.
But I just love that they murdered two people, and then they kind of just said... just don't do bad things on bikes. It was a good riffing session, and I just love the two of them together. So that's my first award, is the best excuse to never be a motorcycle henchman award from The Lost City.
I like it. It was a fun movie. We sat there, and I think we put it off for a while because it wasn't for rental. It was only for owning, and I'm so glad we sat down and finally did it.
Yeah, we didn't get to the theater much, but we're making up for it now. We've been on a tear with movies. So yeah. So what's your second award, Megan?
Okay, my second award is, I'm going to go with Best Pastry Suitcase from Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Listen, we didn't love the second one.
No.
And we went into this one, I think we were going to background watch it while we did other stuff. And we ended up sitting there and genuinely watched the whole movie because it's fun. It's an adventure yarn. It's sort of a heisty mission type of deal. And they're trying to pull something off. And there's a point in which everybody has a suitcase. And Jacob's has all the pastries in it.
It's
because,
back.
He's the pastry guy.
But it makes a return.
It does.
Which was our favorite part of the first movie.
But it's just so awesome when they open it. And there's just like pastries. I thought it was just going to be like awesome pastries sitting there. And they're flying out all over the place. Amazing.
They took out evil henchmen.
Exactly.
Evil henchmen got buried in bagels.
I mean, I wouldn't hate that if I was a henchman.
Eat my way out.
Right.
And they're circular anyways. You can breathe through
them. Throw a
them.
bunch of croissants at me. Okay. It's better than dying on a motorcycle.
Toss a chocolate one.
Can I have a chocolate croissant with almonds, please?
Where's the kolache? Just chuck them at me, please. You got any Korean pastries in there? Tous les jours, please.
Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I like about the latest Fantastic Beasts? I also have the baby manticores, and I like watching them try to mimic. Oh, that
was so funny.
It was good. It was a good bit. And it made me think of the first one, which was quite fun. But you're right. This one is it's almost like it's not a treasure hunting yarn, but it's like a Ocean's 11 type yarn where they split up. There's different places they go. They throw a lot of curses at each other. And I don't know. I had fun with it, but people seem to really dislike it.
I think it seems like sour feelings over everything that happened with some of the actors in it and J.K. Rowling. I think a lot of J.K. Rowling. And then people not liking the first two all that much. But this one is genuinely a fun movie. You could almost watch it on its own.
Yeah.
I think. And that's why it's odd because it's heist adventure-y. It's not really one or the other. It's kind of both.
I mean, I like it more than the other two.
Yeah, me too.
There's baby manticores. There's pastry suitcases that explode with pastries.
There's Mads Mikkelsen.
Just living the dream. Oh, Mad. I am mad about that. That was so good. What a terrible joke. All right, Meg. So I guess my next award I'm going to give to... Okay, this one's going to be a little odd. But I'm going to do the Best Villain Dancing Award. The Best Villain Dancing Award since Bloodshot.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
I don't know about that.
You think Toby Kebbell's dancing? Yeah. Second best villain dancing
I mean,
scene.
that song comes on, and I bust out his moves.
Psycho
in my head.
In your sandals, in your robe.
Yeah.
And a freezer.
Sandals and socks.
Listen to our Bloodshot episodes. We've recorded 3 of them so far. So yeah, the Best Villain Dancing Award since Bloodshot, I'm going to give to Fresh. There's a scene where Sebastian Stan carries on a long tradition of villains dancing in movies. And so he just dances with Daisy Edgar-Jones, Noah, and it's just the two of them dancing together.
It reminds me a lot of that scene from Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Where Oscar Isaac is dancing with... Isn't that the girl from...
Yeah.
Devs,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh.
And Annihilation.
That's true.
She's a beast.
She's awesome.
Sonoya. Excellent actor.
But it really visually reminds me of that scene. Even though it's a totally different movie.
And also Fresh, I don't want to give anything away. And I'm pretty sure everything does give it away, the trailer. I just had never seen a trailer for it. But so Zanati Boetis too, she's a MFF contributor. If you type in Zanati Boetis cracked villain dancing, you will be able to...
Oh, such a good post.
She wrote an article about how villains dance in movies. And there's always evil villains dancing, like Gamer. I mean, I'm sure Walton Goggins has danced in villainously many
for sure.
times. Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell, definitely.
But yeah, this continues a long line of villains dancing, and that's Sebastian Stan playing Steve or Brendan.
The only thing I knew about this movie, and I don't think this is giving anything, is that somehow there's something wrong with him, and you're just like... But other than that, I didn't know the deal.
No.
It was a lot of fun. It was a fresh take on a genre.
Yeah, very tasty.
It was a meaty roll.
Yeah, the media, they really bit into it. What's your second award? Third award? Oh, wow. Third award.
Ooh. Okay. Most stressful 2 hours and 16 minutes of 2022 so far goes to Ambulance.
Oh, my gosh.
Because like you said, the second time we watched it, well, the first time I just remember sitting there being stressed out the whole time. Mm-hmm. I didn't leave my seat. I didn't use the restroom. I was just stressed as this movie unfolded. It just goes.
It really does. And I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal in a Michael Bay film, his neck veins popping.
So much yelling.
And then, seeing, another actor from Bloodshot, Isaac Gonzalez in there. And then Yahya Abdul-Mateen III crushing it in there, singing Sailing with Jake Gyllenhaal terribly.
That would be my backup award for this movie. Best sailing sing-along.
Oh, yeah. And just...
It's not working. It's not calming me.
Best ambulance surgery. Best hair clip.
Oh, man. I love how... I mean, this is not to dog on the movie at all, but they do that. It's such a big scene, and then they just let it go for the rest of the movie. Like, it's not a big deal.
Well, they fixed it. It's over.
Yeah, sure. With a hair clip.
This movie's not concerned with
that. This movie is not concerned with real life.
It becomes body horror.
A little bit, yeah.
At one point. It's legitimate bloody body horror.
But like you were saying, the second time we watched it, we didn't take a break to like refresh our snacks and beverages until there was a bit of a, I don't know, was it even a lull at that point? And it was 40-something minutes into the movie, and everyone sitting there was shocked.
Yeah. Like, this movie, because Michael Bay, he's just really learned how to be propulsive with his filmmaking, and this one feels like it. And, they shot it in 30-some days for about $30-some million. Only Michael Bay can do that.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
I mean, maybe Steven Spielberg.
No. Gareth Evans could.
Okay.
The Raid.
Yeah.
No.
Michael
Bay. Because Michael Bay just yelled so Michael Bay I was researching Michael Bay, and what's interesting is I spent a lot of time on film sets, and a lot of directors sit behind the monitors and they don't really yell. You have the ADs to do that. The ADs are the muscle on set. So like, oh, get it going. 10 minutes, Mark, 10 minutes. Mark, how long does it take to get him ready? 10 minutes. Get him here in 5. All right, they'll be here in 15. But yeah, they're kind of the muscle on set. But Michael Bay acts as his own muscle. So I think that's what throws people off with him. They're not used to a director yelling like an AD.
That's interesting.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I've been yelled at by a bunch of ADs.
I'm sure.
Mark, you're the best. Mark, thank you for being here.
Mark, I got you a Starbucks. You're awesome.
Everyone clap for Mark. He cost us $8,000. Thanks, Mark. I probably have cost of production. Have I cost?
No.
No. Well, I've messed up a few times, but everyone does, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when you fall, it's how you get up. Is that the question? Unless you fall like the guys in the Lost City, then you're not getting up.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Dust yourself off and try.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to hear my third award?
Yes.
Best Gravity Wave and Best Drunk Patrick Wilson Award.
So good.
So, I mean, listen. Moonfall is a beautiful experience because not only does it feature gigantic gravity waves, it features a drunk but still buff, think Jason Statham and the Meg, Patrick Wilson saving the day. But what I love about this movie is the moon. We don't want to spoil it, do we?
I mean,
the moon is falling on Earth.
Yeah, I mean, that's in the title. I don't think there's a lot of other stuff that could be spoiled, but that part, no.
Okay, so the moon is falling on Earth, and it's up to these spaceships, old spaceships, to get to space that barely work.
Space
shuttles to get to space. Now,
from the manned space program.
Now, that's hard enough. The moon is falling on you, and you got to shoot up in an old shuttle to get there. Mm-hmm. It'd be like taking a gremlin on F1 racing. Like, it's going to be hard, right? You're not going to do it. It's going to blow up. But not only do you have to do that, but a gravity wave comes and just starts wiping out everything. So you have the moon falling, an old space shuttle, and gravity waves coming at you. So Moonfall's the type of movie where there's a chase. You are being chased by a bunch of random ne'er-do-wells, but then you also have to jump your car onto a floating piece of highway and then jump again to get onto something.
Sounds like something out of Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's a movie that adds. It just keeps building and building, and it's classic Roland Emmerich, but it's a beautiful, beautiful movie.
I love the gravity wave, though. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a wave created by the pull of gravity coming to decimate some crap.
Yep.
Awesome.
And it happens to be right in the spot where
Of course it does.
It's beautiful. But Halle Berry, listen, this is a $100 million movie that features Patrick Wilson, Halle Berry, and Fuzz Aldrin. Oh, brother.
And
also it features the greatest line.
Michael Pena.
Oh, Michael Pena, but it goes, "Are we dead?" And then it goes, "No, we're just inside the moon." That might be the greatest sentence anyone's ever said. It's beautiful. But Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, Michael Pena.
Oh, that's
and then John Bradley. So, I mean, there's just...
Oh, yeah, from Game of Thrones.
I mean, it's just a fun cast, but it's a $100 million movie with those four saving the world. You don't get that much. Normally, it's not Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, John Bradley on a spaceship saving the world. It's Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck. It's A-listers.
Yeah, this movie is not that serious.
No, it's bonkers, and it's all green screen, blue screen, shot during the pandemic. It's insane, and I love it.
It made us so happy because it was kind of crazy, kind of funny, not, fantastically beautiful or anything, but it's just so much fun.
And it didn't take itself seriously at all.
No.
So people watching it were like, oh, that would never happen. But it's a movie that it never once tried to be, like, it never said, look at us, we're a prestige movie. It just said, look at us, we're Moonfall, and we're insane. Roll with it.
Yeah.
Roll with your homies, like in Clueless. Just be more like Brittany Murphy's character, not Jeremy Sisto's character.
Let it ride.
Be more like, who's the skateboarder guy in Clueless? That like?
Breckin Meyer.
Breckin Meyer. Be more like Breckin Meyer.
Yeah.
Let it ride. Let it roll.
Let it roll.
Brother. All right, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, and we come back. We'll finish up our 2022 mid-year random awards. You ready for that?
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flix. And hey, Megan, before we finish up our awards, I want to read some awards that some of our contributors sent in to us. So Johnny Numb of the Last Knock podcast. Wait, the Last Knock podcast.
Podcast.
The Last Knock podcast.
There you go.
You can find him at Johnny Numb on Twitter. So he has the Cat Comes Back award from Moonfall, and then he has the tunnel echo scene in Men. Then we have David of the Award Wieners Movie Review Podcast. It's me, David Cross, on Twitter. Best usage of hot dogs in a movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best dance sequence is an X. Best cameo by my childhood, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. And he said most quotable movie of the year, Moonfall. Then the Last Action Heroes podcast, who are wonderful and you should check them out. They have the best loud vehicle from Batman. So they wrote, my award for most charismatic hunk of metal goes to the snarling Batmobile. The threatening growls and fire spitting from the darkness before it lunges into a full assault of screaming, rampaging aggression. I honestly laughed out loud like a giddy child at that scene. Then he had best hair from the Northman. He said the Northman's a very hairy film, but he loves it. Then we have Joey Lewandowski from Too Fast to Forever podcast at Soul Popped on Twitter. So he has Take My Hand, plays in Top Gun Maverick after Yang's opening credits. The Worst Person in the World freezes time. Kimi plays Sabotage. Oh, from Kimi. Church and Marry Me. Mustache origin story and Death on the Nile, which is amazing. Remember how we learned about how he got his mustache?
Oh, yeah. You know, that was another one of those movies where it popped up on HBO and we didn't really have plans to watch it. And then it was very entertaining.
Very entertaining. They're making another one. It's thanks popcorn entertainment.
That's
Give me
true.
more, right? Mm-hmm. Give me more mustache.
Give us all of the adventures and murders.
Murder mystery.
With a massive A-list cast.
And way too much visual effects.
Yes.
There's a lot.
I mean, there were some very pretty sunsets on the boat, though.
There were some gators. No, Nile crocodiles. And then he also said F the Moon, which is from Moonfall. And then John Levengood, who's of this podcast, at MFF Horror Corner on Twitter. You can read all his reviews on Movies, Films, and Flix. He wrote the most convincingly ungratuitous use of a butt plug award. And he gave that to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Or he said, a.k.a. the least comfortable kung fu ever award.
That's funny.
From John. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a good... People have written about... That's a big thing that many people have covered online. So I love that he came up with that. But yeah, thank you, everybody, for sending these in. Oh, and Zanandi Boetes, she wrote Best Friendship. And that's from The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. That's a friendship you want to be a part of.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm throwing you a curveball here, Megan.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to do it.
Oh, well, yes.
I'm going to give the best... I'm going to give it an award. But it's the best thumb drive
of
2022. But the reason I'm saying this is because the Batman was excellent, and so was Kimi. Both have Zoe Kravitz in them.
And thumb drives.
And thumb drives. Now, the Batman is an actual thumb that is used to open up something. So that's it's cheeky. It's
literal thumb drive.
But like, aren't thumb drives literal too?
Sort of, but they're not actual thumbs.
An actual...
Because you use your thumb to sort of hold it, but that's a real thumb.
Yeah, which is funny, and it made me laugh. And then Kimi, she has
a
a thumb
visual
drive.
gag.
Very good thumb drive work this year from Zoe Kravitz. But Kimi's so good.
So wait, is the award for her and her thumb drive?
Well, I just wanted to promote two good movies she's
okay.
been in, and the fact that there's been thumb drives in both.
Yeah, excellent use. Thumb drives are having a moment this year.
Yeah. You know what I love about Kimi? I had no clue. I mean, listen, it's like Rear Window, right? There's a lot of paranoia, but it's still just... I didn't know where it was going at the end, and when it went there, I was so pleased.
It's very much a pandemic movie, but it's handled so well.
Soderbergh.
Yeah, of course,
He's the best.
Logan Lucky.
Good movie.
Love that movie.
But like, she's so good in it, and you know what? It's funny. You and I were talking. If we were henchmen and we had to chase her in that movie, I'd quit.
Yeah.
You're not catching Zoe Kravitz.
No, she's a little jaguar.
You're not. She is. You're not catching her. Impossible. And also, I want to say I have a.
She has actual nails.
Crap. Wait.
Like a jaguar nails.
Oh.
But
oh.
nails. Yeah.
Watch the movie.
I'm pulling some visuals right now.
Yeah. When you see it, you'll get it. And also, I just wanted to say, I wanted to give a quick award to Watcher. It's a movie out, but I vote best moment involving watching someone watch someone who is watching her award.
Okay.
Micah Monroe watching.
Watching.
She's watching people. So that's my award. Best thumb drives.
I'll be seeing you.
Yeah. Hey. It's a good movie. Yeah. I mean, I think the better kind of... Kimi's definitely better than Watcher, but I like someone watching someone who's watching her, but then you know that they're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many layers.
Yeah, no, that's confusing.
What's your fourth award?
Well, actually, I wanted to bring up, like, you just sprung one on me. David's award for most quotable got me thinking, and then I think it was Aaron talked about the Northman after that. Oh. So for me, this is a more normal award. A most quotable movie for me this year was the Northman.
Oh my
by
gosh.
far.
Yeah.
I pulled the 2 quotes and that really stuck to me, but they're so written and I don't care because they're just wonderful and amazing. So at one point, Skarsgård's Amleth brands himself to become a slave in appearance. And he says, after he marks himself, "Worry not. When I meet your owner, I will thank him for the warmth you gave me."
Oh, it's just beautiful.
It's insane. It's so good.
I just wanted to pick somebody up and run around with them when I heard that line.
And then he's talking to the seeress in another part of the movie who is played by Bjork.
Bjork, yep.
And he says that it will feed the freezing river of hate in my veins. It's such a good line.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to walk around saying stuff like that.
The freezing river of hate that flows through it. Like, yeah, we need... But see, that would mean something horrible happens to us, and we have that. But...
No, I just mean talking in that way. It's very dramatic and illustrative, and just, it's so good. So quotable.
It's very saucy Nicole Kidman work in that movie, too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. She makes that very sassy remark about his sword.
Oh, I love it. That's such a... Oh, man, that movie puts a smile on my face. It's lava fights.
Oh, so much good Iceland.
Yeah. I like some Iceland.
Mm-hmm. Very pretty.
All right, so you ready for mine?
Wait, I haven't done my fourth.
Oh, let's hear it.
Because that was my not
my
list.
Not an award?
My non-award award. Okay. My fourth one is going to be best and most unfortunately timed fireworks from The Forgiven. Now, is this movie out yet?
No.
Well, oh well.
But whatever. It's cool.
It will be out.
John Michael McDonough, The Guard, Calvary.
So good.
Warn Everyone.
Yes, Michael Pena.
But everyone knows what it's about. You can explain it.
So The Forgiven, wow.
Yeah.
Is something else, as his movies are. But there's a point when a young man has been struck by a car and his father comes to get his body. And as he's leaving the, what do you call it?
Villa.
Yeah.
Compound.
It's like a hotel resort experience. And they are having a big party and all these fireworks are just going off, just beautiful and bright and excited behind him, and it is not the right moment for those fireworks at all. But that's the way that he plays a lot of moments in his movies. Mm-hmm. Sort of discordant with...
It's so uncomfortable, but you have to laugh at it.
Oh, 100%. It's just like a lot of moments in The Guard, and they're very uncomfortable, but that's why they're sort of absurd. And
I wonder if that was in the original book.
I don't know.
Because if not, it's a hilarious moment. And we didn't see that coming because we hadn't even watched a trailer for this when we got the screener. Oh, I love it. All right. No, it's perfect. Because oh man. Ralph Fiennes is so good in that movie.
And
He's
Matt
so
Smith, I'm glad that he's really been sort of back this year. He was in Morbius and, living his best life in that movie.
Yeah, he is. He
had
most
a
fun
lot
part.
of fun.
Yeah. The tunnel fight's good. The tunnel fight's the best part of Morbius. Remember when it ended and you and I just looked at each other and said, huh?
Yeah. I said, I don't know what just happened.
Like, we do know what happened, but it...
But do we, though?
Yeah, it's... yeah, but Matt Smith, I mean, he's really good in this.
Jessica I have a vague sense of what happened in that movie.
Chastain's really good in this movie. Check it out, The Forgiven.
Oh, yeah, Matt Smith, we loved him in Doctor Who, and it's just so nice to see him in big movies and just around, and he's a delightful actor.
All right, you ready for my fourth award?
And Caleb Landry Jones.
Oh, John Michael McDonough. He was in 3 Billboards with the other McDonough. Mm-hmm. And then he was in Warn Everyone. Yep. With the other McDonough. Yep. He's a McDonough favorite. And Ralph Fiennes, too. He was in Bruges.
They're part of the McDonough fam.
The crew?
McDonough universe.
Oh, extended universe? Mm-hmm. You ready for my fourth?
Yes.
Okay. It's the best training montage and best 22-year-old. And that goes
okay.
And that goes to Hustle.
Okay.
Because there's a scene where...
Best 22-year-old?
Yeah. Adam Sandler is going around the world recruiting people for the drafts, but you have to be younger than 22. And so he finds this guy who's clearly much older. He's like, how old are you? 22. Are you sure? How old are you?
Oh, yeah,
22.
from the beginning.
Yeah, where's your license? I don't have it. Where's your birth certificate? Don't have it. I'm 22. And then his son shows up. He's like, how old is your son? 15. And then they all just sort of... He's like, well, how old are you then? 22. And so Sandler just leaves.
Oh my gosh.
But it's... And then later on,
it's a good bit.
Later on, the same player is at the most stressful tryout ever. Like, he showed up and he's 22 there. So it's just hilarious that it's just 22. And also the training montage in this movie where Sandler is training his basketball prodigy. It's just... Sandler is so good in this movie. So good. I mean, I love him in Uncut Gems. I love him in Punch Drunk Love. But I think whenever he's around sports, Happy Gilmore or... I mean, Longest Yard was a huge hit. There's another sports movie with him.
He's very
Waterboy.
Endearing in this and heartwarming. It's just, there's a lot of emotions and you can see sort of regrets and hopes and fears and a lot of that in it. And it's just very moving. Well, and from the main character as well.
The actor's amazing. It's just such a fun movie.
And Dirk Nowitzki is very funny.
Oh yeah, Dirk. Who are you?
Oh no, I know who he is.
I got into a long conversation with my students the other day. I made a stupid thing. I was like, guys, has there ever been a better finals? I mean, like, or I think I said top 5. I was like, is Dirk Nowitzki's top 5 in the finals when he beat the Heat that year?
Oh, wow.
And then 20 minutes later, I wasn't teaching. We were just talking about basketball. And we were doing our top 5 starting lineups of all time and, like, having arguments. It was fun. It was good to click. My students know how to, like, sideline me to talk about other things. So that's what we did. But yeah, all right. What's your 5th award? What's your 5th and final? And then we'll read off all the awards that we didn't use.
Ooh, okay. So I really just wanted to... This moment stuck out to me very much when we were watching Turning Red. There's a scene when the dad is in the kitchen and he's making dinner. And it's filmed... Mind you, this is an animated film. It's filmed as if it's a very high-class cooking show, fancy, high production, the slow-mo chopping, the tossing of the vegetables in the saute pan. It's really something else for being in an animated movie. And I love the movie in general. I really, as someone who was a teen girl once, a lot of that sort of spoke to me. But this moment stuck out so much, and it's delightful. I love a cooking show.
And you had a bunch of boy bands around too in your teens as well. Big boy bands.
Oh yeah, I went to Backstreet Boys.
Nice. Huge, right?
Oh my gosh, it was insane.
Yeah, I love Turning Red. It's...
Four Town. We had O-Town.
Yeah, we did. I hated reading the reviews for Turning... Well, no, audience... It was a small
98
group
Degrees.
of people.
No, I saw 98 Degrees at a Wingding festival.
Wait.
No, that's NSYNC.
Oh. Remember when we were driving the other day and Dirty Pop by NSYNC came on?
Oh gosh.
And I felt... when Doctor Strange punches Peter and Peter's soul separates from his body?
That's a good visual.
That's what I felt like listening to Dirty Pop. That song... It's one of the most painful songs I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, they weren't my favorite. I was a Backstreet Boys person. Sorry if that offends anyone.
I mean, Bye 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 is a good song. But yeah, Backstreet Boys. What's that slow... Oh, You Are My Fire, My One Desire.
Yeah.
What's the name of that song?
I Want It That Way.
I Want It That Way. And then everybody's Backstreet's Back, All Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a song.
Backstreet's Back, so good.
That's a banger.
Oh my God, we're back again.
All right, so my number 5 is from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it's the best chapstick eating of 2022. And that's when Wei-Min Wang eats the chapstick. It's awesome.
Yes.
It's one of those movies where if you try to explain it to somebody, you just fall apart.
No, you have to watch it.
You have to watch it.
I mean, so the easy way to describe that is it's an action that you can take in order to jump universes, but it still doesn't make any sense as an explanation.
There's multiverses, and there's Michelle Yeoh destroying people, James Hong being awesome. Just a good movie. It's wonderful. And also listen, Jenny Slate's in there too. She's had a good year with A24. And also, we watched it because you got me an A24 membership. I'm an A24 member now.
You're an AAA24.
And we were able to do there's 4 A's in that able, to do a screening from our home for it before it came out. So we were able to watch it.
Yeah, that was so fun.
What a good movie. And great chapstick eating.
I think they actually sell that butt plug award on their website as like a, desk item. I don't know what you would get that for.
Okay, before I read off the rest of my awards, What are your moments, 3 happiest moments watching movies this year?
Oh man. 3 happiest moments.
I think I can bust out a couple if you want to get going. If you want to think.
I think in RRR, the dance scene at the, what was that, like a garden party or something?
Yeah, something.
That for sure. The, the gravity wave. Yes. And pretty much anything that Alexander Skarsgård said in The Northman.
Oh, he's so good in that.
He really is.
All right. I think for me, it's the ending of Kimi. Because she just
wrecks shop.
They nail it.
Yeah, they do.
I mean...
but the Brad Pitt stuff in...
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say anything about specifics, but anything Brad Pitt in Lost City.
That's so good. All right. Okay, so I got one out there.
So that's 4.
Okay, I got one. Oh, you know what? When I was watching Montana Story, it's just watching you sit down next to me. Because I sat down to watch it, and then you somehow got sucked into it. And that was cool, because you were like, no, I got to finish this. That was a good memory.
It was so good.
But you got really absorbed in it, and I like that happened. So yeah, Montana Story. Oh, man, we got Ambulance. You know what? I'm going to say, for me... And this might be a spoiler, but in Doctor Strange 2, or Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, when he comes back to life in his zombie form, in that shot of the zombie opening his eyes, it's so Sam Raimi. And it's a $200 million movie that they let Sam Raimi be Sam Raimi. And this is a scene later on where Doctor Strange is able to, like, pull demons into his body to fight demons. And it's just, it's so Sam Raimi. Megan, going into this movie, I never, ever, ever thought that, it would be that Raimi. I really didn't. And so...
Oh, can I add another one based on that?
Sure.
So, another very Sam Raimi movie, you were saying that and it made me smile, is... They're going down a corridor at one point, and there's a shadow that looks like a creepy monster. And it's so Sam Raimi. It's just this ogre-y looking thing, shadow coming up to them. They're a little scared. And it turns out it's Doctor Strange.
Oh, so
but it's just such a crazy little gag it's sort of creepy, but then it turns out it's silly.
Beautiful.
Yes. It just made me smile because it's just really Sam Raimi.
Another moment.
It's very Drag Me to Hell.
Super Drag Me to Hell. Alison Lohman should have been the star of it. She should have just taken over as Benedict Cumberbatch's role. Now,
I like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Another thing that made me smile was Foghat in Top Gun Maverick.
Lamia should have taken over.
Oh, yeah. Good goat work. But yeah, I mean, all right, so I'm going to read out the rest of my awards. So we have Best Chase Scene Involving a Jet Ski and a Great White Shark Award. That goes to Sharkbait. Then we have Best Ugly Sonic, and that's from Chippendales Rescue Rangers. Mm-hmm. Now, you and I knew nothing about this movie.
No.
And we got a screener for it. We put it on. I knew nothing. I was like, is this going to be animated? I mean, is this going to be Rescue Rangers?
When there's danger.
Did you expect this?
It's so weird.
It's awesome.
And it's delightful.
And it features Ugly Sonic, which makes me very happy.
I like that the thing about that movie is that it doesn't treat it as if it's all the same world. You know, there are modified cars that animated chipmunks can drive in the real people world.
They'll get smashed, right? Though I feel so bad for the chipmunks in their cars. Wouldn't they get smushed?
No, they can drive people cars.
Oh, yeah. Mustang.
It's crazy.
It's beautiful. And then I will say, you didn't see this movie, but I'm going to put Best Chainsaw That Was Built by Magicians Award. And that's from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, it's probably my least favorite movie of the year. But Leatherface's chainsaw goes through everything. Never stops. You've seen me chainsaw before.
Yes.
Chainsaws get stuck.
Yeah, they don't go through everything.
Nothing. Like, and the blades get stuck. You got to get the blades back. There's a lot of work that
goes with chainsaws. They don't even go through one skinny tree.
Exactly. So, I mean, this movie never stops. And then I'm going to do, let's see, what else do I have? I have Best Mom Talk, and that's from Cha Cha Real Smooth. Let's see, Best Kissing Scene Award, that's from Jackass Forever. There's a scene where these people are playing mimes and they can't talk. And so this guy named Poopies has to sit there while a snake bites him in the face. And he can't make a noise. And it's beautiful. Let's see, Best Overhead Shot of an Alligator Stalking a Person in a Gross Lake Award goes to X.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
X is good. But yeah, I love the alligator shot. Reminded me of Crawl. This one's from you, the best chic looking hoodie award that goes to Morbius. And then we have best hangout session. But
oh no, it's best Jeff and Steve hanging out award. Jeff and Steve, Steve and Jeff hanging out.
I love it. So Spiderhead fell kind of flat for us.
It looked pretty.
Yeah, it looked pretty. It didn't. I don't know what it was.
It was very glossy and fantastical.
Excellent cast, but there's a scene where Chris Hemsworth's like, Jeff and Steve, Steve and Jeff. Just
the production design is top notch.
Excellent production design. And then I'm going to say Best Remake featuring Andy Garcia award, and that's Father of the Bride.
Listen, I did not want to watch this movie. I saw it pop up on, again, HBO, and I was just offended because, you grow up of a certain age and the Father of the Bride is just, you watch that movie. But it was very entertaining.
Garcia's good.
He's so good. Gloria Estefan is good.
So good. Give him Oscars. How happy were you seeing Adria from Six Underground in there and away from Morbius?
My biggest problem with that is her fiance. He's just so boring.
I love the idea of him, like not avoiding strip clubs and doing that, but they never give him enough screen time to be anything other than like a concept.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he doesn't have. Maybe he himself just doesn't have enough charisma in the role, but I don't know. The rest of the movie's good though.
He's a bit of an egg. But I like the idea of him. It's a different...
Arrested Development.
Yeah. But no, this was fun. And listen, I think it's been a fun year for film so far, and there's a lot more coming up. Now, I do want to do something. I want to rank the 2022 superhero movies that I've seen. And so one of them's not out yet, but I'm just going to include it in my rankings. But I'm still going to do it. So I'm going to say... I'm not trying to be controversial here. I'm going to say Doctor Strange 2, The Batman, RRR... Thor, Love and Thunder, Morbius. What do you think?
I mean, I haven't seen Thor, so I don't know.
I think that's a good one. I think that's good. But you can't beat... The Batman was so good.
I mean, I don't know. RRR might go at the top.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's true.
If you're going to include it in superhero movies?
I mean, it's a superhero movie.
Yeah, it really is. They're superheroes.
Right?
The two of them.
I mean, they are based on, like, RRR.
They are based.
Superheroes.
Mark.
RRR superheroes. Wait, yeah, it's Ultimate Superhero. What about Everything Everywhere All at Once? Is that... No, that's not a superhero movie,
It's just a multiverse movie, I think.
Yeah. But I feel like it's two superheroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's talking about superheroes. Why fans of Fast and Furious will like RRR.
I like that. Well, it worked on us.
Oh yeah, and before we forget, I just want you to know that we have a few more awards, but I also want you to know that in 2022, Caves are having an amazing year, Megan.
Yeah?
Uncharted.
Okay.
You Won't Be Alone.
That was a really great cave in Uncharted.
Moonfall.
Mm-hmm.
The Lost City. Doctor Strange 2. Morbius. Mad God.
Oh, definitely.
The Northman. The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Ooh, The Northman.
And The Batman. Caves. Lots of caves this year.
Lots of caves.
Well, caves are having a banner year.
Thumb drives, caves.
Now, we plowed through this thing. We forgot to give some awards. So do you want to give one more award? Then I have a list of awards I still want to give out. So what's your award real quick?
Okay, I want to give an award. I don't think it's a spoiler. I think that we knew this is coming in the movie, so I'm going to say it. The I Can't Hear Myself Dying award goes to Downton Abbey, to the Dowager Countess. She has the best one-liners in that, both the series and the movies. It just makes me happy.
Maggie Smith?
Yeah.
That's such a great scene.
She's just so funny, and I've always loved her character. She just, she's so sassy.
What a nice, happy movie.
It really did feel like in this one, they were just there to have a good time, because I swear they were all smiling after every line. They were just smiling at each other.
We're in France right now. Yeah,
yes.
Looking wonderful.
I know. It's like, how... That would be a difficult production, because, do I want to take the French vacation, or would I like to stay at the castle for the whole production?
Oh, man. $200 million worldwide. It's beautiful.
Good for them. I love it. Bring us more.
That movie makes bank. Can I drop some fast awards on you?
Yeah.
So I have Best Cave. You Won't Be Alone.
Okay.
So, a girl gets placed in a cave because her mom made a deal with a witch. So she puts her in a safe cave so the witch can't get to her. Then we have the Best Swimming Chicken Dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
And that's from Jurassic World Dominion. There's another name to it, but it will forever be the swimming chicken dinosaur.
I mean, ever since you've seen it, it's been the swimming chicken dinosaur.
And then I got the best lemon square callback, which is from Scream, which has a callback to Scream 4 about lemon squares that taste like ass. That was one of the happiest I've been in.
Horribly disappointing because lemon squares are wonderful.
Oh, delicious. And then the best monsters. You know I love monsters, Meg.
Yes.
Mad God. This guy, Phil Tippett, who did the designs for Jurassic Park, the animatronics, he took 30 years to make a stop motion movie that's bonkers. And it's on Shudder. So the best monsters are there. There's a monster fist fight. They're using shovels. Shovels are having a pretty good year in 2022 as well, which is kind of random. Then we have the best Event Horizon mention, and that's from Thor Love and Thunder.
Okay.
Which I could have picked up the critic next to me and just ran around the theater as soon as Natalie Portman mentions Event Horizon. Not a spoiler. And then I would say the best doctor, or quote unquote doctor, goes to The Woman in Happening, who I don't want to give it away, but it's a really excellent French film that is getting tons of great reviews about a girl who's attempting to get an abortion in France when she can't. It's illegal, and it's just very French. It's very straightforward. It's very naturalistic. It's very cinema verite. Wonderful movie, but there's a doctor in there, and she's kind of working in back rooms because it's illegal. But I'll give her the Best Doctor award for 2022.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this was fun. We had to mention these movies
For sure.
Swimming Chicken Dinosaur. Would the Swimming Chicken Dinosaur like the Dowager Countess?
I think so.
Who
wouldn't like the Dowager Countess?
She got an entire villa just gifted to her.
I mean, that's goals right there.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me, Megan.
Anytime.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Megan Hoffmeyer, this is Movie Sons of Flix. We'll see you next week.